Hi everyone, welcome back to another off-the-cuff ramble rant today with me, FPL Mares. So I'm Mira, lovely to see you all. Wow, it's been a really long time as well. So I haven't done a live stream in over 4 months now. Yeah, it's been a while. It's taken me a bit of time to just get to grips with everything that has changed since then as well. So there's been a bunch of things that changed on YouTube, a bunch of things that changed on OBS as well. And I decided to get a new machine as well. So it's just like first time of everything, just getting everything working. But so pleased to be able to join you guys to have a chat and do it live as well. So if you didn't catch my video, I did a video last week just to do a bit of a, hi, how's it going, and where I've been for all this time. So I highly recommend you check that out, at least for the first sort of couple of minutes or so. It is really good to be back. And, I think I mentioned in my previous video, FPL has been a really nice kind of constant to look forward to week after week and just play the game and not to think too hard about it as well. Like, I have to admit, my wildcard has probably been the game week where I have been doing the most amount of thinking. But aside from that, the weeks and the game weeks prior or the months prior, I haven't really been thinking too hard. And now all of a sudden, I'm putting a little bit more energy into FPL and I'm having an absolute disastrous game week, the last game week anyway, which I'm sure you gathered from the thumbnail that I've got on the screen as well. So I just want to say a big shout out to everyone that has joined the YouTube chat. I really do appreciate you guys joining and just showing your support as well. It's been, like I say, it's been a really long time. And, I had someone reach out through my last video saying, it'd be really good for you to do something with the channel. Like they were hoping that there'd be more and all of that. And yeah, absolutely. I think this season I really wanted to grow the channel a little bit more, so if you're joining for the first time, Off the Cuff is a very, very off the cuff, unprepared, my FPL journey, how everything's going, what I'm thinking about doing with my game weeks and transfers or the clusterfuckery that ends up being my game week as well. And it's just been a really great way for me and an outlet for me to just share with all of you. Sometimes it's a video, sometimes it's a live stream, and sometimes there's guests on as well. So I've got a guest coming on next week, which I'm really looking forward to telling you a little bit more about as well. Look, I was hoping to grow the channel a little bit more this season. I'm up to about 700 and something subscribers. It's been wonderful getting, getting on this journey and getting this far. So if you're tuning in for the first time and you don't mind a bit of a rambly, kind of a stream, stream something different. I won't go heavy on the stats. I won't be talking too much about X minutes and X points and all of that sort of jazz. There's plenty of other great YouTubers out there who are doing a lot of that kind of content. So it's not the type of stream or channel for you if that's what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something different and different to how I normally play, then how most managers play, then yeah, you're in the right place. And so yeah, thanks again for joining. I'm just going to go through the chat and just say hi to everyone that has joined. So Karen, so great to see you. And it was really good to see you in person a couple of weeks ago when we went to see the Anfield Wrap in Sydney. So the Anfield Wrap, the podcast or YouTube, they were over here in Sydney. And so Ash, Karen and myself, who are part of the Sydney FPL Meets gang, we got together, which was wonderful. Dashant, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining from India. Marcus, great to have you here. And espresso in a can. Yeah, so I've got gin today. That's definitely what I'm going to be rocking. I realised I've got a lot of gin in my cupboard, so I thought I'd better start going through that rather than drinking all my good whiskey. So, yep, it's a bit strong. Adarsh, great to see you. Great to hear that you're around that sort of 4K mark, similar to me as well. I'll come back to your question in a mo. And as I sort of talk through my my game week. Yes, you're absolutely right. Green arrow is a green arrow. Andre, lovely to see you. FPL Pickles, so great to have you in the chat and live too. So, and you're having a smashing season as well. So, yeah, I'm loving some of your moves and the picks that you've got as well. And I think we're similar sentiments for us this game week anyway. But yeah, hopefully a little bit better later. Who knows? Let's see. FPL FOMO, thank you so much. Really appreciate all your support on Twitter, especially. We'll see how it goes. Top 4K is amazing. It's been a fairly steady season for me. Despite everything that has been going on my end, I mentioned in my previous video, I lost my father earlier on this year, and I was away in the UK for about 3 months, and so it was really tough to be focusing on FPL as much as I normally do. And from a planning point of view, I usually use Post-it notes and Sharpie to do my planning. And you could probably see some of the board there. That's kind of the old board that I had. But yeah, I haven't really, gone back to it just yet. But yeah, I've kept it very simple and just playing as I go and just kind of doing it on vibes, X vibes, and going with the flow with it. Which brings me to how my game week 32 went. So as usual, I'll be using Mural, which is a really good online collaboration board that you see on the screen. It's just a great opportunity for me to just chuck everything in one place. Actually, I'll show you really quickly. So if you haven't seen it before, this is what the FPL season has looked like for me as I'm sort of, doing my planning and all of that. So these are all the game weeks that I've had. And I've just been dumping everything on here. So all of these are different game weeks there. So the video I did last week is this one over here. So I'll sort of, go back to where I was and jump straight into how my game week 32 went. But before I do that, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my planning side of things. So as I mentioned, I played my wildcard in game week 31, and that's probably the most amount of planning I've done in a really long time. So, just overthought my wild card, and I thought it was a really good wild card as well. I mean, it's pretty much what you see on the screen right now. So for those that are tuning in, through audio, I'll be popping this on my podcast as well, which you can find on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well. But I'll just read out quickly my wildcard and my bus team that was, anyway, or my team that went into game week 32. So I had Sells, Murillo, Livramento, Munoz, Murphy, Sarr, Palmer, Salah, Mateta, Marmouche, Isak, Raya, Asensio, Gvardiol, and Saliba. And I played my bench boost. And I don't know, in hindsight, should I have played my bench boost? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think I had a really good team. I had double, double Forest defense. I had Palmer, who was, low owned as well. I think it was only like 30 something percent owned, around that sort of top 5K. I went Isak captain because I was like, yeah, you know what, safe pick. What could go wrong? And I thought it was a really strong bench boost. So, I think a sign of a good bench boost is, or at least like a interpretation whether it's a good bench boost or not, is usually where you've put your, I guess, like least likely to score lots of points on the bench itself. So, I played Sells and Murillo because they were playing Everton, and put Raya on the bench and Saliba on the bench. And yeah, as you know, it wasn't a great outcome. So whilst I wasn't watching the matches, because over here in Australia, so I'm based in Sydney, so over here in Australia, the matches are on at like ridiculous o'clock. Although they're not too bad now. I think they're on sort of like midnight and, 2 o'clock in the morning, that kind of thing. So we'll see how it goes if I can catch some of the games live. I think, Karen, you and I were chatting about trying to watch one of the Liverpool matches live if we can. Maybe, Liverpool versus Arsenal, and maybe the season's wrapped up by then. Let's see. But yeah, it'd be really good to try and catch one of the games live, if possible, because I've really not been able to watch much at all this season. So yeah, look, I thought this was a really good bench boost, and on paper, again, on screen, yeah, and the amount of planning I put into it as well, like I was thinking long and hard about what to do, and here we are, and it was an absolute shitstorm of a bench boost for me, unfortunately. Just going to have a look at the chat really quickly. Thank you so much, Karen. Yeah, I love that you're taking a -8, for your bench boost. Yeah, look, I didn't have to make any transfers, so yeah, I'm kind of glad, but yeah, it wasn't great. Kevin, I am so sorry. So, Kevin says that he was a fellow Asensio bench booster here. That was something special. It really was. It was fucking mental. It really was. I could not believe it. And I think I woke up middle of the night and saw that Asensio had missed a penalty. And then I thought, you know what, like, because whilst I'm not jet lagged anymore, so I've just got back from, the UK. So whilst I'm not jet lagged anymore, I'm still waking up middle of the night and just, I think it's just anxiety and stress and all of that. Not FPL related, of course, but I've just been waking up randomly. So I thought, yeah, let me just watch the rest of the game. And then lo and behold, he gets another pen and just misses it. Anyway, I'll come back to that in a moment and have a proper rant about it. Yep, FPL Pickle, absolutely mad. They were something else. And yeah, like you, I'm really glad the bench boost is over, because I have not had a lot of success with bench boost. So this is my 4th season, and I've never had good luck with bench boosts. In fact, this is probably the worst bench boost I've had. I'm going to go straight to the actual sort of outcome of the game week, and I like using live FPL for this, just because, yeah, it's just got lots of numbers. I do love data, but I don't like to talk too much about don't like talking data too much in the context of FPL, but I do like data to help me make good decisions. And as I mentioned, I've not really watched much football this season, nowhere near as what I've watched last season. And I am so glad that my season's still going well, despite sort of the highs and lows as well. And it's been a fairly consistent season. So yeah, I really do appreciate it, but it could have been so much more. It really could have been so much more. I'm just going to say a few more hellos in the chat as well. So who have we got here? Gary, great to see you, and hello from Liverpool. Oh, I love it. I'm sad that I spent 3 months in the UK and couldn't get over to Liverpool. Coincidentally, I sort of, had planned to be in the UK over Christmas. So my plan was to be in the UK for a couple of weeks, and I managed to get tickets to see Tottenham versus Liverpool at White Hart Lane. And unfortunately, my dad was very sick in hospital at the time and in ICU. And so I had to give my ticket away, and I was going with, a good friend of mine, Chaz, So it was a real shame that I didn't get to go and watch the game, because it's been such a long time since I've seen Liverpool play. And yeah, this season would have been such a good season, of course, because we're going to win it, right? Let's see. Tatiana, so great to see you. I've really enjoyed following you on Twitter, and you're having a really good season as well. So thank you for being here first time as well. So this is probably a good time and opportunity. I don't say it very often, but it's probably a good time and opportunity to say, if you're tuning in for the first time, please do like, subscribe, and if you're returning, please do like the stream. I really do appreciate it. I was on the road to about 1,000 subscribers this season, but I had a 4 months worth of hiatus, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get to that, but any help is definitely appreciated. So great to see you again in the chat. So like I mentioned, my bench boost has never been successful, and I think when I was thinking about bench boost and chatting to a few friends about it as well, I was thinking, look, I'd be happy with something like 10 points or 15 points. I think there's potential for a good bench boost over here. And unfortunately, Arsenal's defence has gone a bit downhill. I think, like with Gabriel sort of being injured especially, their defence hasn't been great, and I wildcarded after Gabriel's injury, so I managed to get rid of Gabriel in my wildcard and bring in Saliba. So it's a real shame, because I thought I had a good like I said, I thought I had a really good bench boost, and Forrester's defence has been one of the best defence in the league, so going double Forest defence made sense as well. And unfortunately, it just went terribly wrong. So I did still make some gains. For those that are listening on audio, I got 86 points, and from a points gain point of view, it was like +2. So I'm up to 3,924. So yeah, just under, 4K. So whilst it's okay, it's such a waste of a chip though. Like I say, I've not had much success with it, but I'm very disappointed at the same time, because it could have been so much more. And now I'm seeing lots of, FPL managers activating their bench boost going into game week 33. And I'm thinking they're probably going to have a better bench boost. I mean, there's a lot of managers who probably have doublers sitting on their bench as well. And kudos to you if you've managed to plan your game weeks, like that, like where you've got doublers also sitting on your bench and you're starting your strongest, starting 11 as well. That's fantastic. But I just could not do that. I couldn't achieve that. And I was thinking about the other game weeks as well. So whilst I'm currently thinking about playing my free hit in game week 34, game week 35, I should be okay. I think it was really game week 36 and 37 that we don't know too much about just yet. So there is a possibility that there'll be, blanks, and there'll be doubles as well. So I think I was trying to keep the options fairly open for, with my wildcard, keep the options fairly open so that I can, have some bank transfers if I can, if possible. Anyway, my bench boost was only 7 points, which is so shit. It really is. I think Palace I'm not sure what I was thinking. I mean, Palace had Newcastle away and they had City away as well. So, I mean, to be fair, were we expecting Palace to get lots of points? I don't know. I think from the attack, yes. I mean, Mateta got 2 points over 2 games. That's insane. I mean, given the form that Mateta was on, and I know like he had an injury as well, and there's obviously things going on there. But for him to be subbed around that sort of 50-something minute mark is just insane. And I'm really, really disappointed because, I was slightly on the fence about bringing in Mateta, and it was a bit more of an EO pick for me in terms of, just covering all bases there. But I could have gone cheaper, as well. Like I could have gone with like a João Pedro or something like that, who got 2 bloody pens and managed to score the pens, which is it's a really good achievement at the moment these days anyway, especially after I saw Saka missed his pen in the UCL as well this week. So yeah, I don't know. Like I'm really, really disappointed. Saar, yeah, I guess like he got 7 points. Again, I would have expected a little bit more. I think Munoz is the worst outcome that I imagine. I mean, he's an attacking defender, and to get -1 from him, what a shit show. Seriously, what a shit show. Super disappointed, as I mentioned. But I mean, I feel like my defense completely let me down. Other than Livramento keeping a clean sheet, my defense was just shit in general. And so, I mean, Sel's got 3 points, Raya got 2 points, awful, Murillo 2 points. So, as I mentioned, I wasn't watching the games live, but I did sort of come to know because I was chatting to someone else on Twitter who mentioned that I think Sells was on something like 9 points and Murillo was on something like 8 points. So that would have been a huge. I mean, that's like 17 points right there. And I haven't even started on Asensio yet. I haven't even started ranting about Asensio. But let's just have a quick look at some of the other players as well. So Jacob Murphy, what a guy. Seriously, like he's having a phenomenal season. And, you know, massive shout out to TN FPL Planner from Australia. So, you know, he's part of the Australian FPL community over here, and he managed to captain, or did he triple captain? I think he triple captained Jacob Murphy, which is insane. And I was thinking to myself, like I saw someone else captain or triple captain Harvey Barnes as well, and I was chatting to FPL Crisis Ash, and we were chatting about like what goes through someone's mind to triple captain a completely different player like Harvey Barnes. And I know Gordon's been out, and Gordon's probably going to come back now. You know, he seems like his fitness is back up, and so I'm not sure how many starts Barnes is going to get. But you know, to triple captain Jacob Murphy or to even captain Barnes as well, like that's insane. So yeah, I mean, good on you. Let me know in the chat. Like, did you captain anyone other than Isak? Did you go with Jacob Murphy or anyone else? And how did that sort of captaincy go for you as well? So yeah, it's weird. And anyway, a huge shout out to Football Chatbox. So Ryan, also from the FPL community over here in Australia and Sydney specifically, he's got a fantastic channel which I've just not been able to watch recently, but I'm hoping to get back into watching a little bit more FPL content as well. But he's just sent over a whole bunch of his views onto this channel as well. So thank you so much, Ryan, and thank you for joining the chat as well, Ryan. So anyway, rant over about the defense there. Looking at my midfield again, you know, not impressed with Salah. Like Salah could have. I mean, come on, it's Salah. He's having a phenomenal season himself. He's just signed on as well. You know, I'm really really happy about that. And we heard about Virgil van Dijk as well. So yeah, really pleased from a Liverpool perspective how Liverpool is going in general. Really really good, and I'm over the moon about how our season is going as a Liverpool supporter. But Salah as a pick and as a captaincy option, I mean, I don't think many would have gone with Salah as a captaincy option, but I would have expected more than 6 points from Salah in that last match. So yeah, anyway, Palmer as well. I mean, for 10 point something million, I'm expecting more from Palmer. I don't know why I kept Palmer on my wild card. I mean, in hindsight, maybe I would have gone with Saka and I would have got more points. I'm not sure. Maybe it's about the same. I haven't really looked into it. Maybe like Saka coming off the bench and getting some points versus Palmer's, 4 points, and I can't remember what he got in the previous game week, in game week 31. But getting 4 points is just not good enough. I mean, given like it was such a good fixture for Chelsea as well. Marmoush has just been ticking along, I feel. So can't really complain too much about him. And I'm actually thinking about captaining him in game week 33. I'll come to like my game week 33 team and what I'm thinking, what my bus team is, and some of the the conundrums that I have with my team as well. But I'm so disappointed with the other sort of captaincy sort of options there could be. Like obviously Saka is a really good captaincy option going into game week 33, but yeah, given his minutes as well, I'm not too sure. I also saw a whole bunch of people captain Mateta. What a shame! Like that is mad. That is mad. I mean, good on you for trying to go completely different by captaining Mateta, but yeah, it hasn't really worked out. And I really do feel for those managers who went there. Personally, it wasn't going to be for me. There was just no way I was going to go there with Palace, given that they were playing away both matches to Newcastle and City. So look, my captain was Isak. To be fair, 11 points. Is that good? I don't think so. But is it bad? No, it's okay as well. Which is why I'm like looking at Jacob Murphy and thinking, damn, that was a really good opportunity given how much on form he has been as well. But anyway, I'm gonna pause there and just have before I have a mini rant about Asensio, because I can't even. I just can't even, honestly. Let me just have a quick look at the chat and I'll see if I can, I saw that there's a bunch of, questions coming through as well. I'll try and go through the chat towards the end of the stream and get to the questions as well. Yep. So Karen, just mentioning that 36-37 is where everyone will struggle. Yeah, I feel like I would love to have about 2-3 transfers in hand if I can for that sort of period. If I can manage that, I feel like the injuries and rotations just coming really fast now as well. So I'm not sure how that's going to last or work out. Thank you so much, Tatiana. I really do appreciate it. Please do like and subscribe as Tatiana has. I really do enjoy chatting to you all, and I'm hoping to make it a bit more regular before the end of the season anyway. Joseph Mateta should have took the pen just for confidence level alone. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, it's coming. Thanks, Marcus. What do you think about free hit this week? When is the best time to play triple captaincy? I think, you know what? I don't think there's been the perfect time to play triple captaincy. Look, I played my triple captaincy in game week 2 on Haaland, and he got 17 points. So I'm really happy with that. And I think the previous time was, also on Salah. But now it's just going to be, if you see a good double game week or something, or, really good fixture coming up. I mean, Salah's got Leicester coming up. Might be a good opportunity. But I'd probably put it on a doubler, probably like a Marmouche or something like that. In terms of free hit, totally team dependent as well. Karen, you feel like your wildcard team has put you behind? I don't know. Like I feel like you can't really judge it in a couple of game weeks. I only played mine in 31, and I'm really hoping that the fewer transfers that I'm making over the next couple of game weeks, and given that I'm playing my free hit in 34 as well, I'm hoping that I will be able to judge my wildcard a little bit later. So, I mean, you only played it a week prior to when I did, so I think it's too early to say. But, I do feel, given that you've taken a -8, maybe, I'm not sure. I remember this, Marcus, when you captain Brereton Diaz in the double last season. Yeah, that was mad. Ryan, thank you again for joining the chat as well. And what else is going on over here? Yep, we all kept Palmer because of FOMO. He would explode, and he didn't. How shit is that? Here we are. We've got Palmer in our team, and probably very quickly transferring him out as well. At least that's what I'm definitely thinking about doing this game week. So really quickly on what went wrong. Whoa, I'm not sure what's going on here with my GIF there. Gosh, I'm so sorry if you have any kind of sensory overload going on there. I'm not sure what's happening there. Maybe I should refresh that. Yeah, no, I won't refresh it for the moment. I won't be here too long. So actually, let me just delete that. Let's just get rid of that from the screen. No idea. Hey, lovely to see you, FPL Yellow Army. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Wow, 100 points on triple captain. Like, who did you triple captain? Was it Jacob Murphy by any chance? Asensio. Like, I have never seen this before. And when I say this, I mean on live FPL where you've got Asensio and 2 points and he's got an assist, he's got a clean sheet, and he's got two pen misses. What the fuck? I've never seen that. How does that even happen? What an absolute muppet. You know what the worst thing is? I saw like I went back and watched the highlights and all of that, and I could not believe that he took the pen the same way. And if there was anyone, I mean, Ramsdale, I mean, I just can't. And the funny thing is, when I was picking my Villa pick, I was thinking to myself, yeah, maybe Rodgers is the pick, or maybe I go with the out of position Rashford because Watkins seems like he's a little bit out of favour. And I think someone in the chat just asked, so S. Hamid Shakil, you're asking, would you do Isak to Watkins for free? I don't know. I don't know if I would, because where's Watkins in all of this, right? Like, what is going on with Watkins right now? Like, what do you mean? Like, would you? I don't know. I would love to. I would really, really love to bring in Watkins. And I'm not sure even for like Isak. I mean, I feel like Isak is a season keeper. I'm ready to take out Mateta. I mean, if you look at my team, right? Like, I'm ready to take out Mateta. I could take out Mateta. I think I've got enough funds to take out Mateta, bring in Watkins, and still make a transfer for Palmer down to Saka or, I don't know, KDB or something like that. But over here, I just can't. I mean, I've never seen that before. I've never had a player in my team. And you know what? The reason why I went Asensio, so hear me out. The reason why I went Asensio was I was thinking, I don't want to, I want some fun picks. I've got such a template team. My wildcard's a template. I've got players that most managers picked in their game week 30 wildcard as well. And so I was thinking to myself, I'm going to go with Asensio. He's a really good player. Like, he's getting about 60 minutes, maybe a little bit more. What could go wrong, right? And I mean, look, instinctively, I probably could have gone Rashford, but I mean, Rashford flopped a little bit as well. Rodgers, though, where I was thinking, oh, he's a really boring pick. Like, what the fuck? Rodgers, the boring pick, probably would have been the better pick to have. But how is it that Asensio even got 2 points? How? Like, how does that even happen? 2 pen misses. And, meanwhile, you got Ramsdale on something like 15 points or something. Like, what the hell? I just can't believe it. I mean, I know I'm not very good at bench boosts, right? Bench boost is not my thing. It's my 4th season. It's the 4th time that I've had a really bad bench boost, but this has got to be the worst bench boost ever. And I've seen like my differentials do really well. I think, a couple of game weeks ago, I had like 7 differentials or something like that, and they all did great. They all had a big smiley face under there. This is, by far the worst bench boost I've had. My defense literally had one job to do. And there were so many high hopes, right? Like, look at the bloody differentials here as well. Murillo, 98.8%. Asensio, 95% differential. Sells, 85% differential. Saliba, what the fuck, Saliba? And Arsenal defense. Seriously. Anyway. So many high hopes. I am very, very disappointed. As you can tell, annoyed. Yes, very annoyed about the bench boost. But again, I keep coming back to, I've just not had very good luck with bench boost. So yeah, it is what it is. It's totally okay. And thank you so much, Karen. Thank you. Actually, you know what? Thank you all of you for listening to my rant. I think I needed to get it out of my system. And Ryan, I completely agree. I hate that pen run up he has. It was just, and why would you do that twice? And why would you shoot in the same place? Anyway, yeah, it's okay. It's fine. we've got to move on. What is done, and we've got to look forward and try and sort of look ahead and let it go completely. Best therapy is to get it out of your system, Mira. Yeah, absolutely. And love a rant. Yeah, it's been a really long time since I've ranted. So as I mentioned, I haven't done live stream in about 4 months or so. So yeah, it's really good to be chatting to all of you and rant. Anyway, that is a pretty long rant and a bit of a walkthrough of my game week 32. So it gives you a sense of where my headspace is at. And honestly, if I look at some of the projected goals, and actually, before I do that, I wanted to kind of quickly show you a bit of this as well. So, sorry. So, just where I'm at in terms of totals needed for rank gains, that kind of thing. So, I think if I had, and I don't want to dwell too much on what could have been, but let's say Forest kept their clean sheet. Let's say, I don't know, Asensio didn't miss 2 pens, and let's say, I don't know, Arsenal did not sort of didn't didn't lose out on their clean sheet as well. I think I sort of had a quick look at it and tried to calculate without dwelling on it too much. I think I would have been closer to that 1K mark than the 4K that I am at the moment. But I'm fine. Everything is fine. Everything is good. I'm moving on from it. And I'm still, like I say, it could have been a lot worse. And I'm very lucky and also grateful for where I am at the moment as well. In terms of this graphic, so I do like this one to kind of, for FPL optimized to sort of tell me where it expected me to be in comparison to the prime and what the difference is. As you can see, it expected me to be somewhere down here, which is, I don't know, like whatever. Thank you for that. But it's been a little bit up and down. I feel like I'm going rock climbing here at the moment. But yeah, look, it's not ideal. It's the first time I've played my wildcard and bench boost back to back as well. And you can see, I played my wildcard here in game week 6 earlier on, and it took a couple of game weeks before it was on the up again. Triple captaincy. I'm glad I got that out the way as well. So yeah. Anyway. Moving on from there, so if we have a look at some of the projected goals and clean sheet odds, look, it's a double game week coming up in game week 33, and many managers are playing bench boost. I think there's many of you who are playing bench boost at the moment as well. I really do hope you have a better bench boost than I did, but it's I think it's looking pretty predictable. Although I did notice that the Arsenal double is an interesting one. So whilst there's a 44% clean sheet odds there for against Ipswich, it was interesting to see that Arsenal also had 44% clean sheet odds against Crystal Palace as well. Having said that, Palace have just let in 10 goals in the previous double game week. So I don't know, maybe there's something in that. But, for someone like me, and I'm sure many of you who have double Palace as well, given that they're playing Bournemouth as well there, you're probably not going to get rid of your triple Palace or double Palace that you have. And I don't think I will be either, but I am very much on the on the fence. Oh my God, I've got bench on my mind. I'm very much on the fence about whether I play Mateta or not. So a bit of spoiler alert there. I'm not sure what to do about that. City, of course, have a really good double game week as well. So yeah, that's looking promising from a goals point of view, like goals scored. So Arsenal, Liverpool, Liverpool's playing Leicester, City's playing Villa. Should be really good matches, and I'm currently thinking about the guy on this particular graphic, which is Marmoush, as my captaincy option, depending on who I bring in game week 33 as well. So I've got 2 free transfers going into game week 33. So yeah, not too sure what to go with there at the moment. Just having a look at the chat again. 6 game weeks left to go for top 100. Yeah, right. Although having said that, I did say when I finished 2.5K in season 22-23 season, that I probably wouldn't manage top 5k again. It might be a challenge, but yeah, look, here I am back in top 5k. So maybe it's possible. Not sure about 100, but maybe, nearing to 2.5k again would be fantastic. And shows, a good sign of some consistency there as well. Thank you so much, Yellow Army. And your question is, I'm thinking 3 transfers will be Palmer, KDB or Saka, Livramento to an Arsenal defender and Murphy to a double game week player. I don't know how I feel about getting rid of Murphy, and I've been the worst at sort of getting rid of, or not getting rid of players when I should probably get rid of them. So, take it with a pinch of salt. But I think given how well Murphy is playing, and whilst it's an away fixture against Villa, Villa have also been leaky. So, yeah, that's a tough one. But I really do like the other moves there as well. So, yeah. What else is going on in the chat? Luis Diaz, love Diaz. Like he's just peaked up like in terms of form again. So yeah, it's a really good opportunity to bring in another Liverpool player. I obviously have a lot of like Liverpool bias, but I don't know if I'm going to bring in a Liverpool player. I'm not sure. I've got 2 free transfers, so maybe it's an option. I haven't fully decided. So I mean, in terms of fixtures, just really quickly. So, like I mentioned, as I was like planning my wildcard, so I played my wildcard in game week 32, and I'm just using Lego Mane's fixture ticker here just to see what other fixtures are coming up and what other things are happening. And obviously, UCL's no longer a thing for Villa. So, I see. Whilst UCL's no longer an option, for Villa anymore, I'm very tentative about Villa players just because there's a fair bit of, rotation going on there. And I think someone asked a question earlier about Watkins. Now, I'd love to bring in Watkins, and he, I don't know, for whatever reason, seems to be out of favour or not the best pick anymore. Does anyone know what's going on? Is there any sort of Villa supporters in the chat, or anyone who's watched any other sort of, FPL content that has an idea about what could be going on there with Watkins? Because it is a bit weird that he's not really starting. And it's, I don't know. I expected him to start in the UCL, but it seems like maybe he's just not first choice anymore. Not sure what's going on there. But aside from that, I think it's just, it's just the rundown. There's not many game weeks to go, right? Like there's 6 game weeks to go, as Karen mentioned, and there's only so many free transfers available as well. I think we've only got about 5 or 6 free transfers now, depending on how many you got to this upcoming game week with. I've only got 2 free transfers, and I'm thinking about at least just using 1, maybe 2. But given we don't know too much about what game week 36 and what game week 37 is going to look like, I'd rather hold on to a couple of free transfers. I think I'm going to be okay for game week 35 and game week 34. So I'll just, pop it in here. So I'm thinking about playing my free hit over here. So that's where the free hit's going to be. So look, ideally around here, if I can try and get to 3 free transfers, that would be that would be the ideal outcome, getting to this sort of point with a couple of free transfer options there. So that's what I'm thinking at the moment from a fixtures point of view. And this is where I need your help. So hopefully the stream won't go on for too much longer. I could really do with your help looking at my game week 33 bus team. Colm, so great to have you in the chat. And thank you so much for all your support as well. Really do appreciate it. And it is great to be back as well. And it's great to be chatting to you guys. It's been a while. And I think, even coming back after such a long time, spending 3 months away in the UK, I found it very different coming back to Sydney. And it's the longest I've been away from Australia. So I've been in Australia now for 10 years, and it's the longest I've been away. And so it felt a little bit like I was moving back to Australia whilst I hadn't really, left Australia. and even getting back into doing any form of content creation, or just sharing, too much on the socials as well. I think it just takes starting, and I think that's what it was when I first started the YouTube channel. It's a lot of effort initially, but yeah, you've got to just start, I guess. And so for me, it was just a matter of restarting. So as I mentioned, really do appreciate the support along the way as well. So thank you again, Colm. Anyway, bus team. This is where I need help. So when I was chatting to FPL Crisis, so Ash, I think he tweeted something along the lines of, or he sent me a message along the lines of, it's that kind of a game week where you just want to ask Rock, what should I do? Like, just tell me what to do. And this is kind of how I feel about my team. So if I talk through my game week 33 bus team with you, look, I've got a decent amount of doublers there. So I've got Raya in goal, I've got Guardiola, Saliba, Munoz, I've got Asensio, Sarr, Palmer. I'm probably going to get rid of, probably for a doubler. I'm not sure. But actually, maybe I should just Palmer to Saka or KDB. Not sure. Let me just add that in there, because whilst I'm sort of chucking this on here at the moment and sharing it with all of you, I will probably come back to this board when I put in more notes as well and try and work out what it is that I was thinking about doing as well. So Palmer's probably going to leave my team, and I'll probably bring in a doubler for game week 33. Salah, of course, I'm going to keep Salah. He's up against Leicester. And then I've got Isak up front, and Marmoush and Mateta. Now, the predicaments that I have is Asensio. So I don't think Asensio is going to be on pens, and I'm pretty sure Emery said that it's Rashford is the preferred pen taker at the moment. And of course, Rashford wasn't on the pitch when Asensio took the pens. And I don't need to say more about that. I think I've talked enough about the fuckery of pens that he had. But will he be rotated as well? I'm not sure. I mean, they're not easy fixtures for Villa. Playing, Newcastle at home, probably a little bit better, given that, Villa are okay at home. But away to City, who are picking up form in general, as they're sort of contending for that, fifth and fourth spot in the league for, Champions League next season, I'm sure. It's getting quite sort of spicy in the top sort of five in the league. So yeah, will there be a bit of rotation? Villa's got nothing else to. I mean, they've got of course they've got the position in the league to play for and everything. But will there be a bit of rotation there just so that they are playing their best? I don't know. Like, is Asensio going to be out of favour? I have no idea. But we have seen Villa rotate, so I'm feeling a little bit uncertain about playing Asensio. In fact, I'm thinking, do I just play Murphy? And I think, Karen, you've just mentioned that in the chat as well. I wouldn't mind starting Murphy given his form over Asensio. And that's exactly what I'm thinking at the moment. Maybe that might be the better thing to do, just playing playing Murphy ahead of Asensio there. But also, yeah, I think there is this thing about double game weeks, right? We all say, oh, it's a trap. It does feel like it sometimes. And, there is that attraction to getting double game week players in and playing your double game week player. But we have just seen what can go terribly wrong. I mean, Mateta getting 2 points over the double, Munoz getting -1 as well. And even Isak, it's not as though Isak had a huge haul as well. So I think there's definitely going to be rotation there. Ismail Sarr, I think his form will come a little bit. I'm really hoping, at least in the Bournemouth fixture. He's playing really well. Like, he's had a good season in general. Was he overperforming? Maybe, not sure. I mean, Eze again probably was the better player to have, but then he missed a pen. So I don't know. It's one of those things. I think Palace have just been absolutely dismal over the last 2 matches. So yeah, I'm unsure about Sarr as well. Palmer, as I mentioned, just for his output, not very good. So I'm thinking Saka at the moment, maybe KDB, but even Saka, his minutes are not very good either. I mean, what are you thinking about your transfers? You know, if you've got Palmer in the team, in your team, are you thinking about taking Palmer out? And if you are, who are you bringing in your team? I'd love to know. Just because I'm a bit stuck on this one, unfortunately. I'm, yeah, not sure where to go with it. I'll show you what my team looks like if I did bring in Saka. So the original plan, I guess, when I was doing my wildcard, my original plan was to try and go with Saka for Palmer. But yeah, I just feel like it was always going to be a bit of a challenge, you know, going there, given Saka hasn't really started any matches either. So yeah, I'm just thinking about what to do there. FPL Raptor, great to see you, Ross. You know, in the stream. Thank you for joining. You're having a great season as well. Really do appreciate you being here. Asensio is still very dangerous off the bench, possibly still second choice pens to 90 to 100 minutes of Asensio, better than 70 minutes of Murphy. I'd start Asensio and do Palmer to Saka. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because I think it's so easy to go with recency bias there. So I think that's always going to be a risk, right? That recency bias and the FOMO and all of that, and just being so attracted to the double game weeks as well. So yeah, it's a good bit of advice. Thank you for that, Ross. Really do appreciate it, and thank you for joining the stream as well. Mateta. What to do about Mateta? That's the other one that I'm a bit stuck on as well. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on with Mateta. Is it because he's not been like he's still recovering and you know he's out of form at the moment because obviously he picked up that injury and you know he's wearing the shield on his ear and all of that. I'm not sure what's happening there, but I don't feel good about playing Mateta either. So yeah, I'm not going to lie. I feel like either Asensio is going to hit the bench, although maybe I'm leaning towards playing Asensio now, or Mateta hits the bench. I'm not sure. And I played Jacob Murphy. So yeah, I think there's still a bit of time. So the deadline over here in Australia is about 10:30 on Saturday, so 10:30 p.m. on Saturday. So I've got a fair bit of time. It is Easter weekend as well, and I'm trying to spend some time with my family. My mum's over here in Australia with me. Managed to convince her to come out here for you know a bit of change of scenery. So there'll be lots of family things going on and stuff to do. And so I don't really want to be thinking about making additional transfers or thinking about my bench and stuff like that. So maybe the safest thing to do is just to go with Saka, as Ross said. And that's where I'm kind of leaning at the moment as well. Palmer to KDB for FPL FOMO. Yeah, fair. I mean, Foden seems to be fit again as well, so I'm not sure if that's a good option or not to go. I mean, maybe for the double, maybe yeah, KDB will be great. I did notice that there's a couple of people thinking about captaining KDB as well, so yeah, that could be really good. Okay, thank you so much. Amara, I'm really sorry if I absolutely butchered your name. Apologies for that. Just my advice on your team, because Saka minutes, maybe Palmer to Marino or Palmer to Rashford. Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like I'm just kind of creating more risks by going Rashford, but Marino I don't mind as a pick. He seems to be first choice for Arteta and playing really well as well, and seems to be getting like regular returns and playing up front as well. So Trossard is also playing really well. So yeah, I'm not sure there, but thank you for that. If I show you now what my team looks like, so without sort of taking up too much time, and thank you so much for staying as long as all of you have as well. As I mentioned, super rambly, and not too much stats and data and all of that. You know, you need to check out other YouTube channels like Ross, for instance, who goes through a lot of that sort of data on his channel, especially, and which I do enjoy. You know, just gives me a good sense check. So check out those types of YouTubers who do a phenomenal job of sharing just a shit ton of data, and a lot of research has gone into that. Mine's super rambly, and I'm just sharing my FPL journey with you. And if you get something out of that, then wonderful. But please do like and subscribe if this is the type of content that you enjoy as well. So, game week 33. This is what my team would look like, and I'm using FPL Team, which I find really, really helpful to just plan my game weeks ahead, and you can, look ahead, and I love what FPL Planet does with their the fixture ticker as well, where you can put in, what the potential fixtures are going to look like. So, what the doubles and blanks will look like whilst, they've not been announced. You can actually anticipate some of those in your planning. So game week 33, I think the only transfer I would be making is taking out Palmer and bringing in Saka. And I think I might just lean that way. But in terms of like captaincy, I don't think I would be captaining Saka, unfortunately. I just think from a minutes point of view, I'd rather be going, with like a Marmoush instead of Saka. I think initially I was thinking I would be captaining Saka if I bring him in, and I was really hoping that by the time I was doing my wildcard and went with Palmer with the transfer in mind to go Palmer to Saka, that he would be fit enough to be starting matches. But given he hasn't, maybe he starts the Ipswich match, maybe he starts the Palace match. I'm not sure. And of course Arsenal have like furthered in their journey in the UCL. So yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I think there's quite a few fixtures coming up, for Arsenal. So I think his minutes are definitely going to be managed still. So all of a sudden, I've got like 4 players where the minutes I just don't feel very, very good about. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking at the moment in terms of the transfer I'm going to make. It means that I will have a extra transfer going into game week 34, but I'm playing my free hit in 34, so I'll have an extra transfer. Actually, I'm not sure how that works. Maybe I lose a transfer. Does anyone know? I'm pretty sure you lose a transfer when you play your chip, right? So I'll be going into game week 36. I'm really hoping with a couple of extra free transfers and not too much trouble in my team as well. So let's see how it goes. I've got a couple of risky players there. But I have no idea what else to do. I mean, if anything, I could make an extra transfer and bring in Diaz, because I'm slightly leaning towards my bias, towards a Liverpool player. So yeah, I wish Jota or Diaz were like in as a forward pick, and Darwin's just not an option, right? So it would be really good to have an extra option to go with. Like if you take out Mateta, where do you even go? Like who else would you go to? I'm not sure. So Yellow Army, you're asking, would these minutes being managed put you off bench boost 33? Mine is currently active, but wondering if I delay bench boost to 36. But the issue is we don't know who doubles until 35. No, I don't think it puts me off entirely, because I think depending on when you wildcarded, or even if you didn't wildcard and you got to this point and you're thinking about bench boosting in 33, I think you've obviously put in a lot of thought into getting to that point. And, I've seen many managers take -8s. They're taking -4. They're taking, hits left, right and centre to try and, get a good bench boost ready for game week 33. And as I mentioned, like my bench boost was, whilst it was awful, if I show you really quickly, whilst my bench boost was awful, I hoped that it would be really good. So I don't know. It's one of those things where Saka could come off the bench and do really, really well. And so, and it's the same with Mateta. I mean, there's nothing to say that Mateta couldn't get a couple of goals against, Bournemouth and even a goal against Arsenal. I just think that, if you've planned for your if you've planned for the bench boost, stick with it. I think it's a really good game week for the bench boost. I planned for it for 32, going with the double, Forest defenders. And it was a risk. It was a massive risk. And, at this point in the season, I feel like if I want to do better than the 2.5k finish that I had a couple of seasons ago, then I need to try a few risky moves and bring in some risky players as well. So whilst I'm complaining about some of the shitty game week that I had and the players that I've brought in, and whilst they've not performed very well, I don't regret bringing them in. So you've got to take some of those risks as well. So yeah, look, I'm tentative about the minutes, but I don't think I would not play the bench boost as a result of that. Thank you so much, Karen. Really do appreciate you joining. And yeah, thank you so much for being here. Enjoy the long weekend as well. Bring in Wissa. I think Mbumo and Wissa are definitely on the cards for upcoming game weeks. They've got some really good fixtures coming up. So yeah, it would be really good to jump on that journey with the Brentford guys if I can. That's pretty much it. If you have any other thoughts, leave me a comment or something. I always I will always respond to your comments in the chat as well. Yeah, leave me a comment if you have an afterthought about my team. I'm sure you got plenty to be thinking about with your own teams, but yeah, let me know what you think. If there's anything else that I could be doing with my team. But otherwise, I think it's going to be a really simple move. I'm just going back to the chat to have a look at if there were any questions in the chat as well. So if you have any more questions, please do chuck them in. I'll take them now and yeah, sort of call it a day on this stream. And thank you for being such amazing FPL managers in my stream at the moment to just give me some suggestions and just the encouragement and all of that as well. So yeah, really do appreciate it. What have we got here? So Adarsh, you were asking a question very early in the stream. Wanted to check if you would sell Savio and Palmer to KDB and Rashford for a -4. Palmer, I would, yes, ditch and get rid of. Savio, I'm not sure. That's a tough one, but I think there is plenty of upside there given the doubles as well. So I think, the -4 would probably be absorbed there. Personally, I'm just trying not to take so many hits. I think you would have heard me mention this a million times. I've taken lots of hits in my first season. I think I took something like 40 hits or something. Not 40 points worth, 40 hits in my first season. It was a decent first season. I finished in top 200k or something, but I'm just trying to reduce how many hits I'm taking. So I think from that point of view, I probably wouldn't take a hit for that, but I think your hit would pay off as well. So if you're feeling it, you should totally go for it. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it, Roberto. So I love this stream so much. Need to pray for Dinia Cole. Yeah, right. Colm, thank you so much. Please do give the stream a like. I really do appreciate it. Pabs, it's so great to see you in the chat. Look, I know it's a work day for or work time for you guys in the UK. So thank you so much for being here. If you have managed to make it over your lunch break or late lunch or something, or just needed something for the afternoon because it's Easter holiday coming up, and who's really working on a Thursday afternoon? Not me. So thank you again for being here. Good luck for game week 33. Appreciate it. Pabs, it would be great to have you back on the stream again. I think, Pabs, you joined my stream a couple of, very, very early on in the season, I think ahead of a wild card or something like that. Can't remember exactly when it was, but yeah, it'd be great to have you back on. You are in the top 1k at the moment, if I'm not wrong. In fact, I'll have a really, really quick look at my league as well. So I started a league this season. I haven't fully decided or worked out if I'm going to give the winner a prize. I probably will. Why not? I'll find something. I'll do something about it. But Pabs, you are doing phenomenally well, and yeah, just sitting in the top 1K. So really, really good to see it, and I'm so pleased for you as well. And you've been playing fearlessly, so FPL Impulse all the way with your season. So yeah, fantastic. So we've got Pabs in pole position there, but also Son of Destiny. So FPL USA Brian, who is coming on my stream next week, is also having a phenomenal season. So he is also in the top 1K. So I feel very, very lucky that I'll probably be able to get Pabs and FPL Brian from FPL Press Play, FPL USA Press Play podcast, which is one of my favorite podcasts, onto the stream as well. So I managed to catch up with Brian while he was over here in Sydney, quite a few months ago last year, and I did a bit of a Q&A with him at a cafe. So yeah, it was really good to do that. But yeah, it'd be really good to have him on the stream as well to talk about how his top 1K season is going as well. But yeah, so watch this space. Over the next couple of game weeks, I will try and get Pabs, and next week I've got Brian coming on the stream. So yeah, please do try and subscribe or like, and hopefully you will get notified when that stream is happening. What else is going on? So if I go back to, so Engen, so I've got Miguel there, who's like jumped up to 3rd place, and Marius, who's in that 4th place there. I'm sitting in 5th place, and I've, dropped down there because Miguel had a fantastic game week. Like, he got 129 points. That's mental. What did he do? Oh, wow. He's got Barnes and Murphy and Isak. Wow. What a team. Look, check this out. This is such a great team. It's really, really good. Yeah, that's brilliant. Look at that, Barnes. Like, what? I just wouldn't have thought about going to Barnes, and I love seeing managers like Miguel, who decided to go with Barnes and Murphy and Isak, and not go anywhere near the Newcastle defence. So yeah, that's pretty special. Yeah, good on you. Look, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for those of you that have joined the chat late. And I just saw, FPL Have a Beer. So I'm actually joining FPL Have a Beer next week to have a chat and hopefully have a beer. So I think we're going to do it at a time where I can have a beer, and of course, it's going to be during the day. So maybe you'll do some day drinking. I'm not sure how it will work for you for this sort of time zone. But I'm really looking forward to having a chat, and please do check out his channel as well. Thank you again, everyone. It's really great to be chatting to you. And like I say, it's been a long time since I've been able to do a live stream. So like I mentioned, please do like and subscribe. Please do come and check me out, for next time as well. Wishing you, green arrows for game week 33. If you're on binge boost, good luck. Have fun. And play it your way. I really love that this season's been very much that for me, and I've been just playing it my way and having fun with it as well, despite sort of the roller coaster season that it's been as well. So thank you again, everyone. Take it easy, look after yourselves, and catch you in the next one.